So we're going to start these videos now, and mostly what I'm going to be doing is making fun of a lot of the really crappy information that's available on YouTube, and just, telling you what to not do. If you want to know what to do, that's a whole different story. I'll probably give you some of that too, but apologize for the low tech quality of this video series. Right now we're just starting before we have money for equipment and before we have a whole lot of resources. So we're just going to blow it out and do with it what you want. So let's just get this rolling. Okay, so we ran out of light in the other room, so we came in here. But here's what we really want to talk about today, which is this idea of walking a dog with a loose leash. I'm not sure where this idea came from or why it's even desirable. It's kind of like driving a car while sleeping. But nonetheless, this is out there on YouTube quite a bit, and I want to just address it real quick so that we can get it out of the way. A loose leash is a passive engagement, meaning that requires nothing from you and everything from your dog. And from my experience, if you want a good result in relation to walking your dog, you want to take responsibility for how that goes down, which is not something you can do if you have a loose leash. I just love this idea that you should hold a treat in your hand and run around and have your dog chase you on a leash. How is that leash training? There's not a single dog in the world that has their attention on the leash. They're not teaching them anything about the leash. You're teaching them, I got the thing, you can't have it. Awesome. And what's this other thing in common dog training practice where you stand still, double the leash up in your hands, wait for your dog to move, and then go, gotcha! So gonna want to get on a leash with you sometime soon. Really. I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. Gotcha! Gotcha! No wonder people are afraid of dog trainers. First of all, we gotta figure this out. Like, what is the deal? Why do we use leashes to walk with our dogs? What is the point? What are we trying to accomplish here? Because this is like one of the biggest things in my whole frustration with the whole field of dog training is that we forgot what it was that we were trying to accomplish when we created all these systems. So we keep trying to improve on a broken model. And so for me, the reason to have a leash is, number one, well, in New York City, if you don't have your dog on a leash, you get a $100 ticket. So just a financial consideration. But beyond that, we have our dogs on a leash to prevent problems, right? But not having a dog on a leash isn't the thing that's causing the problems. And physical control is something that you can only do after the fact, right? Dog lunges at said old lady with a walker as she's coming out of grocery store. That's something that you can respond to, but not really, prevent using physical control unless you want to spend your entire time with your dog on leash, which is just not fun. Why do that? We have choices. We don't need to do stupid things like that. So for me, the purpose of a leash is to begin to have some sort of rapport, because when you're in rapport with your dog, when you have a really good connection going with your or any dog, that kind of thing doesn't come up so much. That kind of thing doesn't happen unless you're dealing with a dog who's got serious problems, which there's nothing that a video is going to do for you. So if that's your situation, you need to get in touch with a dog trainer stat. Anyway, so the point in having a dog on a leash is to be able to begin to negotiate how things are going to go as you move through the world. And I don't think that it's something that you can even begin to do if you're giving your dog the experience of you, that the only kind of interaction you want to have with them is about limitation and control. So what I'm suggesting is that there's a way to work with a leash with your dog that's just more complex and more interesting, that starts with setting an expectation for them that you're going to communicate with them using touch, and then using the collar, and then using the leash. This is a whole other thing. Essentially what I'm saying is that it's time to raise the bar, and it's really time to get that. If you really want to have good results, good outcomes inside your relationship with your dog, it's about setting up expectations, not setting up limitations.